Hi, my name is Ashley Cole. I'm very excited and honored to be here today. I would like to especially thank Coach Conover and the Livermore-Granada boosters for inviting me here today and giving me the opportunity to introduce myself and talk a little bit about how sports has impacted my life. My start in sports started probably when I was around 6 or 7. I was playing on a rec soccer team. Shout out to the Pixie Kicks and Coach Steve Field, first coach. At the end of my first season, Coach Steve went to my parents and suggested that I try playing competitive soccer. That's when we made the switch, and you could say my competitive juices started flowing around there. And since I've pretty much tried every competitive sport out there. I've focused on competitive soccer, softball, lacrosse, and even gymnastics. In high school, I focused mainly on lacrosse, track, and soccer. I was voted most inspirational player and forward of the year for soccer. I've competed at NCS in several sports and at the Meet of Champions for track. I have been an e-ball all-league athlete several times, and I've competed at an invitational at Stanford and at the Mount Sac Relays, where my relay team placed second place and set a school record, which is very exciting. And my proudest accomplishment, I was a silver medal state championship in gymnastics on the vault when I was 10. I've been a scholar athlete all 4 years of high school and have been able to maintain a 4.3 GPA while taking honors, AP, and IB classes. It's been very challenging, but I'm very proud of that. But don't get me wrong, for every success I've had, there's been at least 10 failures and many, many more disappointments, and definitely those days where just nothing went right. Days that were filled with blood, sweat, tears, rejection, frustration, anger, all the negatives. I can remember several times when I've been one-on-one with a goalie in a game, about to get the perfect shot off, and you hit it and it just goes right to the goalie's hands. Or my first race in hurdles, when I somehow was in the lead and I was super excited. In the very last hurdle, I clipped it with my trail leg and somersaulted across the finish line. That was pretty rough. I've been told that I wasn't fast enough, big enough, aggressive enough, physical enough, that I lack focus, I'm not serious enough, that I talk too much. I can understand that one, so it's okay. But I really wouldn't change a single thing. All the successes and the failures is what's definitely made me who I am today. Sports have given me the courage to try several new things, and it's given me confidence, and it's made me brave. Sports has taught me how to talk to coaches and how to talk to adults and how to give and receive feedback, how to navigate conflict, and it's even made me a little bit resilient and gritty, which is good. Sports have taught me about traveling and how to be independent and work on my own, but also be a team member. If it weren't for sports, I would have never had the courage to do a lot of things, like run for student office. And if I never ran for student office, I never would have given a campaign speech in which I rapped to Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby, which will forever be known as Ash Ash Baby if you went to Mendenhall. And that was in 8th grade, so yeah. I never would have had the courage to reach out to the Exceptional Needs Network and apply to be a summer activities aide for the Taylor Family Foundation. I never had the guts to go for a random job interview in Walnut Creek working with Special Olympics, where I got the job as a Special Olympic athlete group leader for the summer camps, where my job was to teach kids and how to be an athlete and how to play sports was just the coolest thing. If I never played soccer, I never would have gone to Rage and met my former coach, Walter Pratt, who introduced me to Girls Soccer Worldwide, which is a nonprofit organization that I'm a part of, and was a starting member that allowed me to travel to Argentina and Paraguay 2 years in a row, where our sole focus was to empower and educate young women through soccer and teaching in the schools, and it's just a really special organization I hold dear to my heart, so that's very cool. Sports has taught me a lot about building and maintaining relationships. The team environment has taught me how to be a competitor and a friend at the same time, and through sports I've learned a lot about how to manage in conflict, deal with drama, and how to share a room and a bathroom with 4 girls for 4 straight days. That was really rough. I've made a lot of long-lasting friendships with my teammates and my coaches, and they're the type of friendships that down the road, years later, if they were to call me up and ask for something, I'd drop everything for them, and I know vice versa. This fall, I will be studying nursing at the University of Portland, and my goal is to take my nursing degree and continue to empower and educate and provide medical care to young people across the globe as a travel nurse. Sports have definitely prepared me for college, and I feel grounded and ready to stand on my own 2 feet and forge my own path, and sports have definitely played a huge role in that preparation. And although I'm not going to the University of Portland to officially play a sport, I know I'm definitely bringing my soccer cleats, my track spikes, and my lacrosse sticks with me, because I know there's a lot of intramurals and club sports, and you never know what the future holds. So thank you again for this opportunity.